Hey y'all, we are here with Mr. Larry. Me and Larry has had a lot of conversation. We've been talking about, relationships, and we've been talking about the big gap between males and females, which is a gap that I've been trying to bridge. And he considers himself to be an alpha male. Now, ladies, I don't know what y'all think about an alpha male. We usually think of them as aggressive, maybe. I don't know. He's not really the aggressive type, I don't think.
Yeah, I am.
Are you
I
really
understand.
aggressive?
I cover all spectrums.
Okay. So what is an alpha male to you then? Because maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. I don't. I'm just. I don't know. I'm just a male.
Okay.
I'm just Larry.
Okay, you're not controlling, right? Not a controlling man at
I'm a
all.
control freak, but I'm not trying to control nobody else's life, just mine.
Oh, okay, okay. So Larry, tell us about you. Tell us who you are. You single or are you in a relationship? When was the last time you was in one? I'm about to get all up in your business. You already know.
I'm single. I've been in a relationship probably about 2 3 years.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
just out
And what's the
here.
reason that you haven't gotten back in one?
I haven't found one. I'm finding anybody I want to be in a relationship with. I'm not really. I wasn't really looking for one. I was just basically trying to take some time to get myself together. Take care of me.
Oh, okay. And
You
tell us
know.
about what you've been doing to take care of you. Because as women, we don't ever think y'all taking care of y'all. We don't ever think that y'all even realize y'all got the issues. We always think that y'all think it's us. So tell me
I'm just
what
trying
you've
to do
been
some
doing.
growth, spiritually,
Mm-hmm.
emotionally, physically, mentally. You know,
Mm-hmm.
just taking care of myself, finding out what I need to do for me.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And,
All right. Okay. So what did you do? Did you read books? Did you
I read.
you reading
I can
books?
read.
Oh, you can read. Okay, now that's
I
good.
can
We
read.
always like a man that can read. Did you go through therapy or anything?
I have a therapist.
Okay, okay,
Just
okay.
just to cover up. I mean, I had insurance, so if you might as well go ahead and do it.
Well,
So I found somebody who's pretty good, and we just kick it. So it's good, but you
what
know
did you learn about yourself? I've been through therapy too. So, what did you learn about you?
that main thing I learned that I was just negative. I was
Really,
I was
really.
I've been a negative person,
Oh
and
wow.
I don't know if I can. Well, everything kind of encompasses it, and I don't know if I learned that directly from just being in therapy, but just kind of improve myself. I just I just thought it was always funny to be sarcastic, and I'm real observant. Kind of like the Seinfeld thing. I kind of just observe everything and just be sarcastic, but I kind of noticed that I was always just negative, and
Mm.
it's like I kind of found this thing called the law of attraction, and the negativity that I was always being sarcastic about. I just noticed that it started becoming part of me, and so it's like all the negative energy that I was putting out there was just affecting who I was. I realized that I was negative.
That's funny because I think we met 3 years ago, and I remember when we were sitting at that sports bar outside.
Hmm.
You were very negative.
Yeah.
You were.
And I thought it was funny. I just thought, it was just part of my,
Yeah.
I need to be because I was just observing and I noticed everything and just to kind of say something sarcastic
Yeah.
about it. But then I realized that, you know, I did it so much that I was just becoming negative. And I
Oh
was like
wow.
just kind of blocking a lot of things because I was just putting that negative energy out there. And then I just learned to just kind of, you know, that whatever energy you put out there, that's what comes back into your life. That's what you attract. And I was attracting a lot of negativity. So I just started being positive, and I'm just seeing like
Major
complete,
difference.
yeah, just like
Major
complete
difference.
180. So
Major difference.
hmm
Oh wow. And I just thought about that when you said that. Like, yeah, he was pretty negative that first time we went out, and we just had a little date. We wasn't really
I thought that was just my sense. That for me it was funny because I can always just see something like that. Oh, look at that! That looks screwed up, and then everybody just laugh. But after a
Yeah.
while, it becomes a part of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then you realize that I do that all the time, and it affects who I am. So
Is that, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but is that a part of an insecurity that people or a man may have?
it could be.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't think
Like,
that was necessarily a part of me. It's just for me, it's just like I said, I was always observant, but I was always observant negative. It's just a kind of glass half full type of thing. So it was just always. I just always took pride in like I always call myself being risk aversive. I can always see the bad thing coming down the pipe, but when I'm focused on that, I was realizing I was bringing that into my world instead of focusing on what was good. Now that I focus on that, it's like things are like completely different, and
Yeah.
it's amazing, man. Just the energy you put out to the universe, that's what you get back. It's like you're kind of on a different frequency, and
Yeah.
that's kind of the main thing I kind of learned and pull away from. Because like now I'm in my therapy session, we kick it, therapy therapists, they kind of go to that. The main thing is, they kind of go to your past and, how did that affect you? How was your childhood? I didn't really have no childhood trauma. It wasn't that. It was just, it was just my brain was just programmed on thinking a certain way, and I just had to change how I think. So it's like now when I'm in my sessions now, it's like I'm kind of like leading the charge when we talk. It's like I'm like, look at this, I found this, I found that. So it's like I'm like talking to my therapist now. It's like he's listening to me now. So it's kind
Oh,
of
that's
empowering
that's
the good things.
incredible.
So,
That's
now
incredible.
that I'm kind of learning myself and what works for me. So,
Yeah, and I
mm,
mean, like I said, we've been friends for 3 years, and we talk about this all the time about bettering ourselves and working
hmm
on ourselves. Because I mean, we all want to be with somebody, but me and you learned early that you can't hide in a relationship. Because you can't hide your brokenness in a relationship. You've got to have yourself together because that person is not going to be able to fill that space. And a
yeah,
lot of women and men think like that. They believe that if I find a partner and I'm happy, he's for me, I'm for him, and we're going to be all right. No, you're not. Because whatever you have not fixed or whatever is not healed, it's going to bleed over. Trust and believe me, it will. And that's kind of what we want to talk about too. We want to talk about relationships as well. So this is what this whole thing is about. Um, so, Larry, I also wanted to ask you about when you said you were sarcastic all the time. Did that affect the type of women that you were attracting? Like, were you attracting negative women?
not necessarily. I mean, it was just kind of the negativity thing was just based about me. It was about what I was bringing to my space. I mean, I guess so. I mean, maybe I was bringing to some, you know, negative type of women. Not to say that they were bad, but you know,
They were probably just going. It was just attracted to what you were doing, so they were just kind of going back and forth with what you were
probably.
doing. I'm
Yeah,
sure that's what
I
that
never
was
really
because they
thought
probably
about.
figure
I
like
never
that's
really
your
thought about that, but yeah, probably.
yeah. They figure well, this is who he is. So I'm gonna do I'm gonna do that thing.
Yeah, so I mean, I might have drawn that into me. Yeah, I never really thought about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably. So,
Mm-hmm.
now
Mm-hmm.
I want somebody positive. So, if you're positive, come into my world. So,
So, what makes a positive woman then? Now that you talking about you want somebody positive, now you got yourself together, you know who you are, you should know what you want. So, what is a positive woman to you? What exactly are you looking for in a female?
I don't know. I mean, it's just always just said that I was looking for the perfect woman. So, a
What's
lot
the
of
perfect woman?
I you know, I I can be honest and say, yeah, I guess. I mean, it had to be someone that's, you know, that I'm, physically attractive, smart, financially secure, you know how to, take care of a man, please a man. Just it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of things. You know what's funny? When I was younger, I just had this thing where I used to be real hard on women, and finally when I was like in my mid early 30s, I used to have this thing where I would tell my friend I would make like a Mr. Potato Head.
Oh, I remember Mr. Potato Head. Yeah, you told me all about that. We had that talk here before.
So I would be so hard on
Oh
women
my
that
God, but that's a good one though. That is something that definitely, I'm so glad you brought that up. I don't know how I forgot that one because we definitely talk about Mrs. Potato Head.
yeah.
Let's talk about it. Explain to them because I'm sure our audience do not know what you're
Well, I
talking
was
about.
so hard on women that if you didn't check all the boxes. If you were good at something, I was so hard and demanding on women that I would always I'm good at identifying the flaws. So if it was something that I didn't like, I would always harp on that, and I just couldn't let it go. So to kind of stem that, it's like I would have this ideal woman, So it's like, I called it, I would have a Miss Potato. So I would have one woman that was good at this, in good conversation, one woman that was good at, we could travel, we can do this and that or whatever. So I would have a certain woman, I would have one woman that was good at one thing, and then that way I wouldn't be able to, you know, to be hard on her for what she wasn't good at. So it's like I would spend time with her. If I want to do a certain thing, if I want to do this, I would hang with her. If I want to do this, I would hang with her. And then I wouldn't put that pressure on her for not being good at that. So I would say, okay, this one was good. This is the eyes. This is the lips. This
I
is that.
remember
So
when you told me about that.
it was like for the potato. So I had like 4 or 5 different women to like make women, and that way to my thing, because women always say I was hard on them, and I was I would treat them so bad. So like to kind of get out of that, I would have like multiple women,
Oh my! And I was like, when we talked about that, I was like, damn, I've been a Miss Potato Head.
I mean that was
Ladies, unfortunately, we've all been a Miss Potato Head.
That was when I was younger.
Okay, didn't even know it.
But I would kind of do that to kind of just just kind of keep from me, beating up on a woman because she wasn't good at that. She wasn't good at that. So if you were just good at this one thing, I would just hang with you for that one thing. And then it's like, I can.
And I know what, and I remember when you did this because, I mean, Larry, like I said, Larry's a very good man. And Larry was not ready to really be in a relationship at one point because he was working on himself. And he would call me and he would be feeling so down in the dumps. I don't know if he wants me to tell this, but
I'm not down in the dumps.
Well, he was feeling down in the dumps because he was like, T, I mean, I tell the women up front that I don't want to be in a relationship. But then we have sex and then they fall in love. And I'm like, I told you I didn't want this. And then he felt like he was messing up our self-esteem. He was messing up a woman's self-esteem when he would tell her, hey, I'm not trying to be with you like that. I mean, it's just a sex thing. And I told you that from the beginning. I'm working on me. And he felt bad about that. He's like, I don't want to be the one that's going around here messing up black women and self-esteem. They don't need that, which is true. We didn't. But I thought that was key. And he would talk to me for advice to find out, what am I doing wrong? And I'm like, you ain't doing nothing wrong. If you telling them that up front, then that's on you. We all grown folks. We make decisions on what we want to do. Now he told you, you went with it. It is what it is, ladies. It is what it is. Bad as it hurt, it is what it is. But anyway, also I wanted to talk to you about this too. So now you have always been single. Well, not always, but you've never been married, and Larry doesn't have any kids. You're one of them kind of guys that's scary. I don't know about to all women, but to me, you would be frightening for me.
Wow.
Because I wouldn't think you would ever get married. Even if you found the right woman, I think that because you're 48, never been married, no kids, that's frightening to a woman because you've gotten accustomed to living alone. You've gotten accustomed to taking care of just you. Even though you say you want that, you want a good woman and all of that. And if it comes down to you and her want to get married, I don't think you would do it. That's just me. I don't know.
I mean, I want a partner. I mean, especially at this stage of my life, I want somebody that, that I want to be when I want to share things with. But I mean, marriage is a business contract. I mean, you can be in love 100 times, but a marriage is a business contract.
In what way?
I mean, you gotta open. You're sharing, yourself with somebody else. I mean,
because you own your own house, so you get married.
Then they own half my house.
So you okay?
So it's a business. So you have to trust somebody from that standpoint. So it's more than just anybody can fall in love, So you have to trust somebody that. So if I'm going to get in a business contract with somebody, it got to be somebody that's smart, somebody I know that's good at business, somebody I know that. You know what? So I was seeing like the Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. Him and his ex own they purchased the XFL, and he's married with somebody else, and she has somebody else. They were in love, they were married, whatever, but at the same time they got divorced. But they were so in tune, and the business aspect of them, they were still connected where they could do a business venture together. And that's kind of what it's about. I mean, you have to,
Mm.
you can't just
You
fall
talking
in
about
love
even
with
they
her and
was
get
the
married.
exes? You talking about after they became exes?
Yeah, if they're exes.
Become exes,
They
they still
exes
was doing
now. Right.
business.
They're in
Oh,
business
I ain't
now.
mad at them then. Sure ain't. Yeah, I get. I
I
ain't
mean,
mad at
it's
them.
like,
Yeah, yeah.
and that's what is love, and it's also marriage is a business contract. I mean, you can be with somebody, you can love somebody, you can be together in this way, but when you get married, it's a contract. When you get divorced, what you go through? You go through the finance. You go through this financial contract. Who
True,
you separate assets.
true.
Who's going to get what? It's a business contract. So
Mm. Does
I'm
that take from the romance though?
no,
You
but
don't think so?
you have to incorporate both of them. You can't just fall in love with somebody if they don't, they ain't got nothing going on except you just enamored with them. You love them or whatever and shit. But
Hmm.
if you can't trust them to the fact that you expect them to handle business for you, then no, you gotta. That's the main thing you gotta cover for me. If I'm a vegetable, can I count on you to handle business?
Okay, so I'm glad you said this. I'm glad you said all this because we've also had this conversation. I've asked you, what are some of the things that when you go on a date that women say that is like a major turn off? And you know what you said? I don't know if you remember.
What I say?
You said when a woman tells me all about she got this business, I got that business, I'm making this kind of money.
I said that was a
Yes.
turn off.
Yes, you said
Shit, I
because it
don't
was
remember
a
that.
yeah, you said the first date. The first date they would just go on and on about their finances.
Shit, tell me about that on the first day. If you got some, hey, let me know. If you got some finance, if you got some stuff, yes, I want to know about that.
Well, I mean,
Absolutely.
well, yeah, but you said it's not the first date because you got your stuff together too.
You
So
got me confused. I didn't say no shit like that.
you said
I want to hear bullshit. I want to hear that. That's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about all that bullshit. Your ex baby daddy and all this other drama. I don't give a fuck about that shit. What you got going on?
is that what you hear a lot?
Huh?
Is that what you hear a lot
Not
of?
really. Not really.
Really?
Nobody really talks about
So
that.
tell me, what is a turn off on a date? What conversation turns you off?
I don't say. I mean, it's not really a turn off. It's just
What do they say to make you go, this
the,
ain't gonna
the
work?
main thing. Look. The main thing, and I'm not trying to be shallow, but it is what it is, and we all do it. It's like if
Hmm.
I'm physically attracted, that's going to give you some weight, right? It's going to cause me to talk to you. Obviously,
Correct.
the same as
Correct.
women.
Right.
I'm going to give you some time now.
Hmm.
I see you. You look good. Okay, I can give a little time to you. What else you got going on?
Hmm.
I mean, if you
Now, does
know,
it matter to the way she's dressed? Because we had this conversation the other night about women showing a little bit too much, where they got it all hanging out, and we were talking about how you already advertising
you
what
were talking about that. I don't give a damn.
you
I don't
need
give a
to.
damn
Oh,
what you
don't
got.
be backpedaling now.
No, I don't. I don't give a damn what you got. That's on you. I don't give a damn what you got on. I
But I'm
mean,
saying, but we were talking about. We was having straight talk. We were
yeah.
talking about that men, with they when they see you that way, they take you in a certain kind of way. They don't, like they really don't take you that seriously. We kind of talked about that. That you're advertising.
I mean, for women, you give
Because,
off a
well,
certain vibe. I
because
mean,
like you said too, you said because sex is a given. Remember, you said
hmm
sex is. You already know we're gonna have sex
if you
eventually.
getting the vibe and you selling sex, I mean, yeah, you gonna get the guys that's trying to just trying to flash because they're trying to get sex. I mean, they ain't got no substance, but they're trying to attract a certain type of woman because that's what their asset is. You know, you know what? If you go back and look at your yearbook,
Hmm.
you know, it's all about it's all about surviving the fittest. Everybody, you just have to be good at one thing as a guy. If you go back and look at your yearbook and see like who's the most athletic,
Hmm.
the most personality, I bet all those guys could get some girls because they were good at something. You just have to be good at one thing to attract somebody. You just have to be the best at one thing, and that's what it's about. And that's what attract certain people. So if all you have to offer is a big ass and titties and shit, are you gonna get guys that's trying to attract those type of women?
Hmm.
They're gonna pull up in the fat rides, whatever, and they're gonna try to floss or whatever and shit. And that's what you're gonna get. But after that, if you're looking for more than that, you're probably gonna be in trouble.
Right.
because
Right.
that's what you put out there. Yeah, it's you want to try to stand out for some of the other women, but I mean, yeah, you're gonna stand out, but you got to be, look at what you attract. I mean, I see these women, and I'm not even gonna waste my time because the type of dudes you trying to attract. Fuck you. I'm not trying to waste that fucking time. I mean, you trying to get some shit. You clearly ain't trying to get me nothing. I want some too.
That part.
Hell yeah. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, what am I getting out
Mhm.
of it? I'm gonna give you this, and what the fuck am I getting? Fuck you. Yeah, I mean, I can give just as good as I get.
Mhm.
So you putting all this out. You got all the makeup. You trying to get the guy with all this money and shit because you trying to get him to take you out and do all this. Fine, I ain't gonna mad. You gonna get that dude. There he is, right there. And that nigga right, he probably gonna cheat on you. Probably gonna do this and shit. But that's what you asking for because that's all you got to offer. And it's
Okay,
all.
ladies, y'all heard that, right? In other words, put your clothes back on.
And the thing
It
about it,
ain't working.
it's always
Put
gonna be some
let's
woman
put
that
your
look.
clothes back on.
If that's all you got to offer is your
If
looks.
you're looking for something serious and looking to be taken seriously, now that's your game, then hey, go and do what you do. Uh, another question that a lot of women would like to know is this. You know, we worry about like if we with a man, right? And we have our ups and downs and our fusses and fights and all that. We want to know, do men always have someone they can call to make them feel better? Not, and I'm talking about a girlfriend, like a woman that you can call to if you want sex, you know,
So
need a whatever. Do men always have a backup?
I was talking about this with somebody earlier, and this is kind of just in this area, in Texas. Women are at a disadvantage. The guys, you don't have that many options. It's more, for me, it's probably about at least a good 7, 8 to 1 for women. And, if you find a good guy or whatever, somebody that you like, he's going to have options.
Hmm.
So you're going to have to probably be really good to keep that man. So the thing about it is, when you do all this stuff and you get this man, if you're really still insecure, which most women who dress up and put all this makeup and whatever are, you are insecure.
Hmm.
A real man would know that.
Hmm.
So I really don't waste my time because once you get past the looks, you not not to generalize, but if that's what you're flaunting, then that's probably your best asset. You probably don't have nothing to back that up with. There's
Hmm.
always going to be somebody that look better than you.
They
There's always
always
going to be somebody that do something that you don't do.
true.
So a man's going to have, there's going to be some woman that if that man is good, he's going to have options. He's going to have a bunch of women that's going to be trying to get with him and cater to him. So are you going to be secure that you can keep that man? There's something on TikTok right now that say like, are you worried that your man is going to find somebody else? And then
Mm.
you see these women on there that say he need to be worried about me. And then it's like they all dialed up. And it's like I keep looking to find the picture where they don't have the makeup and they're not done up or whatever. And it's like, when they're saying that he got to deal with me, they always got the
They always
face
made
on.
up.
Yeah,
They always made it. It's
they,
they never
they got
natural.
right.
Yeah. Mm.
You're worried. A real man know you're worried. A real man know you are insecure. Women are
Mm-hmm.
insecure. Men are
Mm-hmm.
insecure too, but for the most part, women are really insecure, especially a
Mm-hmm.
good-looking woman. That's probably all she's flaunting.
Mm.
Somebody know they got it going on. That's not what they're flaunting because they know got other stuff to offer.
Well, okay, so let me, in defense of the women. Yeah. Okay. You can say, oh, y'all got this makeup on, and you got the big boobs, and you got the big booty, and you got all of that going on. Okay. There are some really good women that have all that going on. But
Where?
well, because men only look at that, that's why they're doing that. It doesn't make them a bad woman, though.
Fuck them niggas. I want it all. Where they at? Are you here? What the chat? Get on this chat. I'm looking for you. Put it on there.
Mm. So, what is a good conversation piece? What stands out when a woman speaks to you? What stands out? What type of conversation stands out to
It
you?
it don't make a difference as long as it's something real. I
Long
don't.
as it's real.
We can talk about anything. You know.
Okay. Do you know fake when you hear it?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
How?
Don't even try to be fake with me because I'm gonna try to pinpoint that shit. I'm gonna try to pull
Okay,
it out.
what stands out that says they're fake? I just want to know. I'm just being nosy. I just want to know.
I mean, nothing. I mean, it be anything. I mean, just be honest. Just just if you're trying to hide something, I'm going to see because I'm going to ask you a flat out question, and I don't care. You know.
Well, okay, so let me ask you this question: Have you experienced women getting with you, and you can tell that they've been burnt by another man, like they are treating you a certain kind of way, and you're like, whoa,
All the time.
I don't know where this coming from, but I ain't the one.
Most women have been burnt when they haven't taken care of their baggage.
Mm.
So I mean, if you have baggage, I mean, it's gonna come out early. Like I was talking to some girl, or whatever. I think when we was out that night when we was hanging out,
Okay.
I was talking to. We were leaving. I was talking to some girl and somebody came up to my. Oh, you try to talk to me? This my sister. You try to talk to my sister, whatever. You think you slick. I'm like, I don't even know who you are. I don't even remember who you are. You tried to talk to me earlier. Did you give me your number? No. Then why you mad? Because I'm getting your sister number. She ain't got time for that. Why not?
Wow.
Because you didn't give it to me. You didn't want it. Now you hating on your sister. I told her sister, I said, you know what? Your sister's playing you. You got an opportunity to talk to somebody real good just because your sister didn't want it because she thought she was better than it. Now she gonna fuck your shit up. If I was you, I'd be mad at your sister right now. And you know what? I don't want to talk to either of you right now because it's drama. So your sister's fucking your shit up. So and she started talking shit. So she was extremely bitter. So
Whoa.
she had an opportunity. She didn't want it, but then she seen her sister had an opportunity, and her sister was really happy
Wow.
about
Are
it.
we
Yeah,
really doing this, ladies?
hell yeah,
Seriously?
we are.
Really? Are
Yes,
we
they
really
are.
doing this to our friends and sisters and family?
Oh my god, you know what? So
Ah.
I travel a lot, and I travel by myself, and the easiest prey is a group of women traveling.
Really?
You guys
Tell
do
us.
you guys do not get along. I mean, I was in Vegas one time, man. I was at the casino, and I met this girl. She probably was about five other chicks, and we just got to kicking it. She was so tired of these chicks that she was willing to do anything to get away from them. So I ended up hollering. She like, look, I'm tired of these girls. They get on my nerve. Whatever you want to do, just holler at me. I just want to do something different. And it was just like easy pickings. It's like you guys just cannot get along, man, and just be hating on each other. That's a completely different subject,
And I
but
really, I mean, I wish that I could sit here and tell you, you don't know what you're talking about, but he actually does. He
yeah,
actually does, ladies. We got to quit that. I mean, seriously. I mean, we can't even knock the men on that one. That is the truth.
it's like easy prey, man. It's
That
like
is
you see a group
terrible.
of women. It's like they're not gonna get along. Somebody's always gonna be late. Somebody gonna want to do something different. They're gonna have a two. Somebody gonna get jealous, and it's like divide and conquer. It's like you just slide in and take advantage of that. So there's a lot of ways that guys need to taking advantage of. But to the point, man, I don't even want to do that shit, man. Nobody got time for that shit at this stage.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
So now at 48, life is a little bit more serious.
yeah, I
I
mean,
mean, the playing around and the this one and that one, night after night, is slowing down.
it's tired. Nobody got time for that.
Right. You
Just
just yeah. You want
just
somebody
play it
that's
out.
you want somebody real.
Right.
Right. You want somebody real.
Mm-hmm.
Want somebody real. So ladies, y'all heard that, right? Y'all heard that. Larry just told us, I mean, he just broke it down. I mean, we may not like everything he said, but I tell you what, yeah, a lot of what he said was the truth. Um, we gotta check ourselves. It just comes down to that. I mean, we gotta stop
Mm-hmm.
blaming everything on the men because everything ain't about the man. A lot of it is about us getting ourselves together, point blank. And in order for us to find the right man, we got to get ourselves together and just come correct, just come real. I know a lot of you are afraid of being hurt. I get it. I've been hurt too. We all been there. But you still got to be able to put yourself out there and then put your real self out there, not imitation, not what you think he want to see. Because they already know anyway. They really do. But they'll just go along and follow along because that's what you want to do. They're not going to correct us.
But you know what? No, you just can't put it on the women because niggas out here ain't shit either. So
Well, we know that too. We definitely know that. But I'm here for my ladies. Okay, I'm all about the healing. That's what I'm trying to teach my ladies.
you just have to be secure in your shit where you can recognize and just
Recognize
don't
game.
waste any time on it.
Recognize game. Recognize game. All right, ladies. Thank you guys for joining us. Have a good night.